FOG Andrew here from the family of gamers. Welcome, Wargamers, to an exciting, awesome episode. So, did you guys like that intro? Did you like that intro? Was that cool? Let me know in the comments below. But anyway, I'm a little nasally and stuffy. I think it's my allergies or whatever getting to me, but I don't care if I'm not feeling well or I got these allergies because I gotta bring you some videos. And that being said, we got some stuff showing off some new stuff for Unmatched Slings and Arrows. So I did a video talking about Slings and Arrows, which is the William Shakespeare box for Unmatched that's coming out, I think June or July. I think it's June. And you're getting 4 characters in there. You're getting Shakespeare, Hamlet, the Wayward Sisters, and Titania. So you're getting 3 of Shakespeare's creations and then Shakespeare himself to fight them. So, pretty cool, I think. But you can check out that video after this one. But these are just some little updates about the box and some abilities and cards that were shown. So, let's get to it. So, we've already seen the Slings and Arrows box art, but I figured I'd just show it again. So, again, Shakespeare, Titania, Hamlet, and the Wayward Sisters. So, some stuff here that we have is the back of Hamlet's card, which looks pretty cool with him on one side, his sword in the middle, and then the skull on the other side. Pretty cool. Then we have his actual miniature, which is always the important part about Unmatched. One of the most important parts about Unmatched is the miniature. I will say the sword does seem a little bit bulky, but I think, you know, I'd rather it be bulky instead of it being thin and then it possibly breaking or bending. So, you know, but other than that, the miniature looks great. His health dial here, so we know he has 15 health. We have not seen his character card or his ability yet. So, 15 health for Hamlet. Awesome. Really cool health dial there. Then we have Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Now, I'm not the biggest Hamlet fan. I don't know 100% of the lore and everything really about any of these characters. I read Macbeth in high school, but that was about it. So, something interesting here. As you can see, they have 6 health, but 1 dial and 1 token for the 2 guys. So, again, don't know the lore, but back in like other Unmatched sets, for example, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer set, Buffy could take one or the other of between 2 different sidekicks, so that you could choose between which ones you want to take. This one seems like you have 2 sidekicks as one token or 1 health dial represented by 1 thing. It's a little interesting, a little weird, because we've also had, you know, Oda in the Sun's Origin set have 2 6 health sidekicks being the Honor Guard, or you've had Yanenga who has 2 health sidekicks, or even Robin Hood who has 4 1 health sidekicks. So it's weird to see 2, you know, of these guys, two people as one, represented as 1 sidekick. So kind of interesting. I definitely want to see Hamlet's ability card and everything, because I want to know if that kind of plays a role in his ability and stuff. But that being said, again, the token represented by 1 token there. Here's all the models and our first look at Titania. All the models look great. And if you didn't see the last video I did on Slings and Arrows, the Wayward Sisters here, the witches, are going to be like the Raptors, where there's 3 of them. Now, we don't know yet how much health they're going to have or anything like that. So, you know, all the models look great. Shakespeare looks very stoic and awesome. I think this is a very, very nice set of miniatures here. So now we do have some Wayward Sisters cards. For example, I don't know if I'm covering this, but this is a 3 attack any card. Double during combat. Increase the value of this card by +1 for each different ingredient symbol in your cauldron. Then this one, Toil and Trouble, is a defensive 2 any card. During combat, increase the value of this card by +1 for each different ingredient symbol in your cauldron. And then Fire, Burn, and Cauldron Bubble is a 3 versatile any card. Immediately return a card in your discard pile to your cauldron. So it seems like there's these 3 different ingredients here. It looks like some kind of chicken's foot, snake, and a bat. Those 3, there might be more different ingredient symbols, but it seems like that these 3 might be maybe the only ones. Don't know. I can't say for sure yet. You're going to have different ingredient symbols. And instead of putting them in your discard pile, you might want to transfer them to your cauldron. Again, we don't know the exact ability of the Wayward Sisters yet. Only time will tell, but just speculating here, it seems like you're going to put those into the cauldron, and then depending on the different symbols that you have in your cauldron, that will increase these by +1, and then this one will return a card in your discard pile to your cauldron, so that can definitely help with your increasing your cauldron. So again, let's say these are the only 3 symbols in the deck, then this would be a 6 attack, this would be a 5 defense. That's pretty crazy, and that's just from putting cards into your cauldron. Again, I don't know how easy it is to put cards into your cauldron, but, you know, seems like it's going to be a pretty powerful thing here. So, pretty cool, and I like how the art, when you put the cards next to each other, they combine into one kind of art thing. I do want to say, though, these pictures I've got off of Reddit, from the Unmatched subreddit, as well as some Instagram stuff and whatnot, like leakers and all that stuff. So, you know, that's where I got some of these pictures from. So, Titania here. This is kind of the big thing. So, model, card back, and her sidekick token for Oberon there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But her ability card has been revealed. So, range character, 12 health. Move of 2. Oberon's a melee character, sidekick I mean, with 6 health. She has fairy magic. If you do not have a face-up glamour, at the start of your turn, flip the top card of your glamour deck face up. Its effect is ongoing while it remains face up. So, what's glamours? Well, it seems like that this is what the glamours are. It seems like you're going to have a smaller glamour deck, and then at the start of your turn, you're going to flip over a card to reveal a new effect. For example, Glamour of Love, when you maneuver, you may move an opposing fighter 1 space before moving your fighters, which is really crazy. That could get you out of a pinch really, really quickly. Yeah, I mean, kind of interesting. I'm going to kind of talk a little bit more about it at the end here. But one of the last things I want to show is here is that a momentary glance, which was exclusive to Medusa's deck here, is now a scheme card in Titania's deck. So now, if you don't know, a momentary glance, deal 2 damage to any fighter in Titania's zone. So, you know, it's kind of like a feint or a momentous shift, where it's kind of like one of those basic cards that were in it, but now momentary glance is in 2 different decks, Medusa and Titania, which is pretty interesting, and there is the box once more. So overall, what are my thoughts? I think Slings and Arrows is going to be a set that you cannot buy if you're a beginner player. I think if you're a very experienced player in Unmatched, this is a great set for you. But if you haven't really played Unmatched, or you want to get into Unmatched, I would suggest Battle Legends Volume 1 or 2, Cobble and Fog, and Tales to Amaze. Those boxes are kind of like, you know, kind of good starting spots for you. But anyway, I just think that these characters seem like they're going to be very complicated, and that's not a bad thing at all. I think that's going to be a pro for this box. Not a con, a pro, because I really like new mechanics for different characters, and these characters feel very, very different from all the other characters that we've gotten. Similar in some instances, like the Wayward Sisters, yeah, they have those symbols, and, you know, kind of like Little Red has those symbols, and you're trying to play certain cards that from other cards that you discarded because there's symbols on it. Wayward Sisters kind of the same deal, except they're in the cauldron. You know, it's kind of it's like a mix of Little Red and Sinbad, honestly, because you have Little Red with the symbols, and then Sinbad is you add 1 for each one of the voyages that are in the discard pile. So, you know, it's a little bit of both, I would say. But it seems like all the characters besides Hamlet, because we haven't seen Hamlet's stuff yet really, have their basic stuff and then like an extra thing that is going to be in your play area. So for example, Shakespeare has his deck discard pile and then his iambic pentameter line of cards. You have the Wayward Sisters, which seems like they're going to have their discard pile, deck, discard pile, and cauldron. And then Titania is going to have her deck, discard pile, glamour deck, and then possibly glamour discard pile, I would assume. So you're adding a bunch of stuff to the play area. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? I don't know. I don't have the box. I don't know how they'll play, but I am very interested to get the box and finally see how they play. I'm very excited for this box. If you saw my last video, you know I've been pretty excited for this one. Again, I'm not a huge fan of Shakespearean stuff, but, you know, just the fact that we're getting this, I think the theming is great. I think these characters are going to be hard to play, but also hard to play against. So I think this is going to be a very interesting box. So I'm very excited for this. But let me know down in the comments below what you think. Are you excited for this box? Yes, let me know down in the comments below. No, let me know down in the comments below. Also, I also want to thank our Patreon supporters and YouTube channel members. If you're not a YouTube channel member, you can join. You'll get access to exclusive videos every month. You'll get access to early videos and some other stuff as well. You can check that out. And want to thank everybody that supports the channel. Our link tree is in the description. You can check out our social media, our Discord server, our podcast, and our Patreon in there. And then there's also some videos on the screen that you can check out that we posted in the past. We got a lot of stuff planned this year for Family Gamers, so definitely stay tuned for some exciting stuff. But that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next one.